Hello, rockers. Here we have a new playlist. This time is the preparation for B1 or PET certificate, PET. Okay, so we are going to practice the reading part 3. Okay, so I will provide some exercises, and what you can do is to write down the answers, what you think of. Okay, or then we comment in class. So here we've got the situation. Da-da-da-da. We've got two friends. It's called the cake disaster. So have fun. So the story goes. Last Sunday, I decided to bake a chocolate cake for my best friend's birthday. At first, everything went well, and I mixed the ingredients carefully. Then I put the cake in the oven and waited. While I was cleaning the kitchen, I suddenly smelled something strange. Because I had set the temperature too high, the cake was burning. Although I felt upset, I tried to stay positive. So I quickly made another plan. Meanwhile, my friend was already on the way to my house. Luckily, I found some cookies in the cupboard. As soon as she arrived, I explained the situation to her. In the end, we laughed together and ate cookies instead of cake. On the other hand, if I had checked the oven earlier, the cake would have been perfect. In conclusion, mistakes can be disappointing, but they can also create funny memories. So, this is the text. If you want to have a look at the picture again, here it is. In the end, they end up laughing. So, what do I recommend you to do? Take colors. If you have the paper, take colors. Highlight or underline regular verbs, irregular verbs, modal verbs. It's full, okay? I always choose regular verb, blue, irregular verbs, yellow. And modal verbs, it's a kind of green or brownish. I don't remember. So, shall we? Tan, tan, tan. Decided. Bake. Bake is in the infinitive, but if I start practicing, I recognize it as a regular verb. Okay. Mixed, waited, smelled, tried, stay. Again, in the infinitive. Cleaning está en el ing form, pero después si lo vemos en pasado sería cleaned. Arrived, laughed. In the past, went, put, was, set, porque el had en realidad es del past perfect, had set, ese set es set, set, set. Burning, miren esto, burning lo van a encontrar de las dos formas, regular and irregular. Felt, made, was, found, ate, had, have been, es el perfect del be, porque dice, if I had checked the oven earlier, si hubiese chequeado el horno antes, me habría, o sea, la torta habría estado perfecta. Habría, hubiese, habría. Es el conditional type 3, ¿sí? Que no podemos cambiar lo que ya pasó, ¿ok? No la chequeó, no estuvo bien la torta. Mistakes can be. Ven que ahí tenemos dos modal verbs, el can y el would. ¿Ok? Bueno. Cuando le empiecen a agarrar la mano ya rápido esto los van a chequear. Y lo que le vamos a agregar ahora son los cohesive devices, linkers, connectors, ¿ok? Ya estuvimos practicando. Miren la cantidad que hay. El más fácil, and, but, or. Entonces ya empezamos a descubrir otros. At first, le voy dando un orden. Then, luego, while, mientras. También está meanwhile, mientras. Because, porque. Si fuese because of, es por. As soon as, tan pronto como. Luckily, por suerte. On the other hand, por otro lado. In conclusion, and in the end. Tenemos un montón, ¿ok? Esto es para ya ir reseteando. Ay, me falta marcar el although. Miren acá en el medio, me faltó uno. Although, aunque. Although I felt upset. Ok, me faltó uno. So, let's come back. Vamos con las questions. Esto es lo que aparece realmente en el test. para practicar. Y dice, what was the narrator trying to make? Cookies, a chocolate cake, a pizza sandwich. Why did the cake burn? Because the oven was broken, because the narrator forgot the sugar, because the temperature was too high, because the cake was too big. What did the narrator do after the cake burned? Went to buy another cake? Made a new cake immediately? Found cookies in the cupboard? Called the bakery? How did the friend react? She was angry. She laughed and ate cookies. She left the house. She asked for pizza. And finally, what lesson does the narrator share? Remember, question number 5, it's something that you have to think about, okay? Concentrate in the whole story. En este caso es, what lesson does the narrator share? Baking is always easy. Mistakes can create funny memories. Friends should always bring food. Cookies are better than cake. You choose. And there is one that it's the best one, all right? Good. Estas son las 5 respuestas que a ustedes les conviene anotar. Y yo les voy a dar el OK. OK. So, tenemos connectors categorized by topic, sequence, order, at first, then, while, meanwhile, as soon as, in the end. Cause, reason, because, so. Son de esta story, Contrast, opposition, although, on the other hand, consequence, result, luckily. Conclusion, summary. In conclusion, en este caso solamente. And that's the end, ¿ok? Entonces, again, tienen para practicar ahí el texto. Chequen el timing. Este fue bastante fácil, I believe. I believe. It all depends on you. You have to practice. Practice makes perfect, ¿ok? Así es nomás. Hay que practicar para que esto salga superb. ¿Sí? ¿Qué les parece? Can you do it? Bueno, I hope you enjoyed it. Después vienen más videos, all right? See ya. Keep rocking it.